People just love to romanticize being a pretty woman, that life comes so easy for you and you get everything in life that you want, which you certainly can, but it can also be a very lonely life. And also, when I'm saying a pretty girl, an attractive person, I'm not only talking about the outside, I'm talking about the inside, how your soul is, how you treat other people. All of these things contribute to being a pretty woman. I want to do a video talking about it and why I think it's really hard for anybody that's attractive, for that matter, to make good relationships. It is very hard, especially in female friendships, to find a good connection that doesn't see you as competition. Naturally, when you're an attractive or pretty woman, your confidence is higher up there. You have a better sense of self compared to most other people. And that can attract some really insecure types of people into your life. When those insecure people come into your life, they try to latch off of that. Whether that's in the form of competition, just trying to one-up you, and even imitating you for that matter. Not only for the sole purpose of being attractive, but if you're also an attractive person that has a good heart, a good soul, you're a nice person, you have a high sense of self and confidence, that is intimidating to a lot of people, and a lot of people can grow jealous of that and hate you for it. Our boundaries can be so high, our expectations can be so high that we just don't foresee the point of letting people into our lives that don't meet those expectations. You're not alone. Pretty women are the most lonely. It has nothing to do with the outside. It also has to do with the inside. But if you have both, live a very good life, and everything that you give out to the world will come back to you. So,
at a certain point, the reality behind what's called pretty privilege becomes clear. It's not just attention. It comes with expectations and a quiet sense of entitlement that doesn't go unnoticed. Most men aren't looking to carry that long term. Attraction might get things started, but it's never what sustains it. And once that realization sets in, the appeal tends to fade just as quickly as it showed up.
You've blown your youth. You spent the years between 18 and 35 doing whatever the hell you chose to do. No heat, no judgment. But you blew your youth. When your counterparts who were looking to marry up and marry well were getting married their junior and senior year in college, the first and second year after college, they were married at 22 and 23, and you were laughing at those white girls and those Asian girls getting married at 22, 23. You get married after college, that's too young. We need to go on girls trips and having our best life and hot girl summer and all this other bullshit. Now, they're 10 years into their marriage, 3 kids deep, and their husband's a VP of marketing somewhere. And while you still got you and your cats are living in a loft downtown, driving your BMW in a middling career. You ain't on no career track. You blew your youth. You blew your youth. You can't get that back. You don't have time to play any more games. You don't have another 10 years to try to figure this shit out. You'll be 50. You don't have time to keep playing games.
After a while, the pattern stops being subtle. Short-term validation gets prioritized over anything lasting. When that attention slows down, there's confusion about why the dynamic feels different. Instead of reflection, the responsibility usually gets redirected. Reality doesn't rush, but it doesn't miss either. It shows up exactly when the distractions stop working.
I think women's greatest fear is being alone, not being with the wrong person. And our greatest fear is being with the wrong person. But the tricky thing is that women, because they're so afraid of being alone, I think a lot of them, they end up being with guys they don't really like. And that's what I think this ick red flag culture is. When you're with someone you don't like, everything about them is irritating. You just hate the guy you're with, but you're terrified of being alone.
A lot of the time, it's not so much about staying away from loneliness as it is about staying comfortable. Independence sounds appealing until the full weight of responsibility sets in. When stability depends on someone else, the dynamic shifts from connection to convenience. And once it becomes transactional, the priorities are easy to read. At that point, it's no longer about desire. It's about necessity.
As a photographer who specializes in intimate weddings, courthouse and elopements, engagements, couples photos, anniversaries, that type of stuff, I can see when a man is like checked out. There is no connection there. It's like God has literally given me eyes to see true godly love versus worldly lust or loathe or whatever you want to call it, because it ain't love. But I can see when that man he do not want to be there. He do not like the woman. None of her jokes are funny to him. Nothing that she or the kids do is impressive to him. Like, he just, I can clearly see when these men are unhappy. And then it be like engagement photos. Like, y'all not even married yet, and this man act like this? Sis. I see a lot, and man, it's just so much that we as women don't see when we so focused on trying to get a man to stay, trying to have a just have a man just to say you got a man, and you already seen the signs, and you think like having a baby gonna make him change. You think getting a ring gonna make him change, marrying him gonna make him change, moving in with him gonna make him change. It's not. It don't work like that at all. A lot of these men be like walking demons in a meat suit. So narcissistic, and you can see it in their eyes, in the photos, like, and I'm like, if we don't focus on loving us first, we miss out on so much knowledge, so much wisdom, so much that God want to reveal to us. Like, our discernment have to be sharpened before we get into a relationship. You need discernment to be able to see the enemy. And a lot of us, okay, I'm saying us because I've been in a situation, married my enemy twice, but a lot of us will literally be sleeping with our own enemies because we don't know the difference between good and evil. Like, in the back of my mind, I just be like, dang, I hope she wake up and see it. Dang, I hope she see it one day. And I know somebody was probably like that with me. Shoot, it was people in my first marriage. It was people that knew I was being cheated on, but they still smiled in my face, still pretended to be my friend, even after the divorce. It's people that literally waited to the end of the marriage when I was going through the divorce to tell me stuff that was going on when I was married. But that's another story for another day, child. And as a photographer, like, specializing in these areas, marriage, couples, weddings, and all that stuff, I see it. And it's very noticeable. But it's not noticeable to somebody that is in the situation and somebody that is not moving with discernment. So I say all that to say, love yourself first, ladies. If you single right now, baby, enjoy your singleness. Get to know God, get to know yourself, love on you, and build your mindset, right? Build structure in your life. Build with God. Build that solid foundation so that when a man does come, you'll be able to know if it's from God or if it's a decoy, a counterfeit, a demon in a meat suit. That's it. I love you.
What usually happens is the moment a man voices that something isn't working, the narrative shifts around him. Suddenly, he's framed as the issue, while she's justified in looking for something better, yet still keeping him in place. The situation doesn't end, it just gets rebranded. And more often than not, nothing actually changes beneath the surface. If the message hit, like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.